Hi, Dr. Urban here. Let's continue our discussion of what you can do, for example, with nutrients, supplements, and with influences that are coming from the outside, toxins, viruses, bacteria, etc. What can you do about it? Well, in the previous video, I talked about vitamin C and how it's an antitoxin. It kills viruses. It's very strong in that regard, donates electrons. But let's say that you can buy into maybe vitamin C supplements could be helpful, but you're not into supplements. Well, I got to tell you, you may want to change how you look at things because you cannot get enough vitamin C, in my opinion, from oranges. One orange. Here's vitamin C, a tablet, 1,000 milligrams, and that has the vitamin C of 10 oranges. So you get the picture. If we're talking about higher doses than the RDA, recommended daily allowance, that sort of thing. And if you allow for the bowel tolerance test, you can load up on vitamin C with a backup being when you hit bowel tolerance, you back off. The description of the bowel tolerance is in a video that I have marked in the description. Always read the description, for I will have other videos and some backup information because people are going to possibly challenge that vitamin C above RDA has any value, but I do take that stand. Now, let's look at another point of view. Rather than loading up on vitamin C, for example, here's 2 pounds of vitamin C, here tablets, here's liposomal vitamin C. So I'm fortifying myself with an ongoing supply of vitamin C in different forms. That's all good. I'm not changing my opinion. But what if you ask the question, what's happening to all that vitamin C that we need to keep putting more in during the day, spread out over doses over hours? Spreading the doses out is better. What's happening? Well, could you be doing something that cuts down or sabotaging your vitamin C? The answer is yes. I'm going to mention one. You can, we know that if you eat the wrong foods, you get or can develop problems with your gut microbiome that causes leaky gut, and that's not in dispute in my opinion. But let's try to tie it to vitamin C. When you have leaky gut, um, particles get into your bloodstream and they go here and there, and that's a problem, and they cause inflammation. So chronic inflammation is what I think is behind a lot of your chronic illnesses, as others do think. Now, the chronic inflammation calls forth your white cells. Your white cells, particularly neutrophils, go and they put out a bleach, hypochlorite acid, and that just kills the problem of the gut, but it consumes vitamin C and vitamin E, because vitamin E is helpful. I don't want to go into great detail, but it helps with protecting the cell membrane, and it can be recycled with vitamin C. So if you don't get enough vitamin C, you see where I'm going with this. So vitamin C, you could be sabotaging your vitamin C, draining your stores, knocking down your ability to fight the ongoing inflammation by eating the wrong foods. What are the wrong foods? Saturated fats, that's a subject for another discussion, but saturated fats, for example, often come from animal products. And there are some good saturated fats, not many. So you may want to think about cutting back on your animal fats, your animal saturated fats, and things like butter, bacon grease, that sort of stuff. But there are others. We're not talking about animal protein, which in and of itself deserves a discussion, but I'm not touching it in this video. That's a complicated subject. But you may want to cut back on your saturated fat and be thinking about animal products in general. I'll have more on that. So for now, don't make any changes to your healthcare regimen without first consulting your healthcare provider. This information is just that, it's information. In the subscribe to this channel, and in the video below there, in the description below, there are links to supporting evidence. People will say, well, this is all just my opinion. Well, in the end, it is my opinion, but it's backed by information, and the links are in the, hopefully identified well enough. And then do look at the video on how to get started with vitamin C. It's called bowel tolerance. Vitamin C is a wonderful substance. It's safe. Kills a lot of things, but you don't need to be destroying it from the inside. So watch that saturated fat. Do you know how much saturated fat you get? Where's the source? Can you cut some of that out? That should get you started. Be well. Subscribe to the channel.